Om. 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 Yogena chittasya padena vacha malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena yopakarottam pravaram munina patanjalim pranjalim anatosmi nityam. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. My humble pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of the self. I welcome all of you to today's session on a short presentation on Patanjali Yoga Sutra. We are nearing International Yoga Day 2024. Today is June 16th, 2024. We are nearing June 21, 2024. So I thought I will introduce you to Patanjali Yoga Sutra. It's a short, brief presentation. I take this opportunity to talk about Patanjali Maharshi. And what is Patanjali Yoga Sutra all about? What is Patanjali Yoga? So we have done the Vandanam. Yogena Chittasya Padena Vacha Malam Sharirasya Cha Vaidyakena Yopakarottam Pravaram Muninam Patanjalim Pranjalin Anatosmi Nityam. What is this? See, the importance of sage Patanjali, Maharshi Patanjali is he has given Yogena Chittasya. He has given Yoga Sutra for the mind, for the refinement of the mind. Padena Vacham, for the Vacha, for the speech, refinement of the speech, he has given Mahabhashya, grammar work. Malam Sharirasya Cha Vaidyakena, for the health, physical health, he has written a treatise on health, on Ayurveda. That is the contribution of sage Patanjali. For the physical health, he has contributed a Ayurvedic text. For the refinement of the speech, he has contributed a great commentary on Panini's grammar. And for the refinement of the mind, Chitta, he has contributed by providing a philosophy foundation on yoga called Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Such a great sage, saint, Patanjali Maharshi, we bow down. It is fit to remember sage Patanjali on International Yoga Day. It is generally accepted by the scholars that sage Patanjali was around 2nd century before Christ. His greatest works attributed to him are Yoga Sutra, the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, which is the aphorisms on yoga, and second is Mahabhashya, which is his commentary on Panini's grammar Ashtadhyayi. And then he has written a Patanjala Tantra, which is a treatise on Ayurvedic medicine. Legend has it that he is considered an avatara of Adisesha. Yoga Sutra. Let us talk about Yoga Sutra. There are about 196 aphorisms on yoga. Patanjali Maharshi is considered as father of yoga as an independent darshana. Darshana means system of philosophy. Patanjali Yoga is Saishwara Sankhya. What that is, I will explain. Along with the sutras, he has also written the Bhashya on Yoga Sutra. Not only he gave the sutras, sutras are itself very pithy statements. We cannot understand them just by reading that. He has provided a Bhashya on that, commentary on that, elaborate commentary. It is known as Vyasa Bhashya on Yoga Sutra. It is the most authentic way of understanding Patanjali Yoga Sutra. And unlike other darshanas, yoga, Patanjali yoga system has not split into sub-schools. Whatever is available is what is given by Patanjali Maharshi. Everybody agrees that Patanjali Yoga Sutra is the foundation of Patanjali Yoga, and Vyasa Bhashya is the authentic Bhashya on Patanjali Yoga Sutra. There is no other commentary other than that. There are commentaries which came after Vyasa Bhashya, like Bhojaraja's Rajamartanda and other things. But Vyasa Bhashya and Yoga Sutra is considered the authentic commentary on Yoga Sutra. Mahabhashya. Sage Patanjali has written a commentary, Bhashya, on Panini's Ashtadhyayi grammar, Sanskrit grammar, especially on Katyayani Sutras. Katyayani Sutras. It is called Bhashya, simply Bhashya, or because it is a magnum opus, it's a great Bhashya, it is called Mahabhashya. This style of grammar and dialectics is greatly used in the Buddhist schools for the next 1500 years after Patanjali in developing their arguments. And the third work attributed to sage Patanjali is Patanjala Tantra. It's a treatise on Ayurvedic medicinal system. Also, there is another work attributed, which is a work on Charaka Samhita, which is a commentary, which is an addendum to Charaka Samhita, that is also attributed to sage Patanjali. Modern day yoga and place of Yoga Sutra. In modern days, yoga popularly has become more of asanas and exercises. Whereas in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, we find that it is more about refinement of the mind. It's about psychology and mind. How am I related to Patanjali? What is my relation to Patanjali? I was fascinated by yoga, Vedanta, and meditation since childhood, but never got an opportunity to learn and practice till into my late 30s. I did a yoga instructor course from Vyasa University as a hobby to teach yoga. I learned Vedanta, meditation, and Kriya Yoga from my spiritual guru, Sri Narasimha Prabhu, who has founded Light of the Self Foundation. Sri Prabhuji asked me if I can study Yoga Sutra to get a better understanding of yoga. So I started study of Patanjali Yoga Sutra as per Vyasa Bhashya since about 1 to 1.5 years ago. And I'm recording these Yoga Sutra talks on each sutra. So far, I have completed about 35 sutras. It is available on YouTube. These recordings will help the Yogajyoti members. What is Yogajyoti? Sri Prabhuji asked me if I can teach yoga as a service. Therefore, Yogajyoti, the yoga wing of Light of the Self Foundation, was formed. We from Yogajyoti, we conduct free online Hatha Yoga classes. Yogajyoti group has trained around 10 to 12 yoga trainers so far, out of which 3 trainers are conducting regular yoga sessions. What is the core teaching of Patanjali Yoga? Yoga Sutra, chapter 1, second sutra is Yogasya Chitta Vritti Nirodha. What is the meaning of it? Containment of modifications of the mind is called yoga. Yoga Sutra talks about mind and how to control and annihilate mind. What is the end goal of Patanjali Yoga? Samadhi is the end goal of Patanjali Yoga. What is Samadhi? Cessation of all thoughts is Samadhi. What is Patanjali Yoga? It's a system of philosophy, Darshana. It's called a Darshana. What is a Darshana? Darshana means to see. What is to see? It's a clear thought process. A system of philosophy is called a Darshana. A system, a clear thought process, a philosophy is called a Darshana. There are traditional Indian Astika Darshanas. There are 6 traditional Astika Darshanas in Indian system. They are Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Mimamsa, and Vedanta. Astika Darshana means what? Astika Darshana means these philosophies accept Veda as a pramana, as a valid source of truth. Pramana means valid source of truth. So these 6 traditional darshanas, philosophies, accept Veda as a pramana and then they build upon Vedic pramana and propose their own system of philosophy. And are there Nastika Darshanas which are not Astika? Yes. There are three traditional Nastika Darshanas. One is Jaina, Bauddha, and Charvaka. Nastika Darshana means they don't accept Veda as a pramana, as a valid source of truth. Patanjali Yoga is a Astika Darshana, traditional Astika Darshana. Patanjali is an independent Astika philosophical system. In the modern day, what is yoga mean? In the early 20th century, Swami Vivekananda took yoga to Western world and written commentary on Yoga Sutra. Because of many stalwarts like Swami Vivekananda, Paramahamsa Yogananda, V.K.S. Iyengar, and Krishnamacharya, Hatha Yoga spread worldwide and yoga is known to entire world. Modern day yoga is more about bending body rather than bending mind. Yoga is a overloaded term. It means different things for different people and different systems. For example, Bhagavatam talks about bhakti, prema, love, compassion. So for a bhakta, it is doing worship of a deity. It is called bhakti yoga. So as per Bhagavatam, one should consider Sri Hari as the Supreme Lord, and every person that you meet is a representation of Sri Hari. Sri Hari is the Antaryami, inner controller of all beings. Any person you see, any living being you see, the Atma, the soul of that person is Sri Hari only. The inner controller is Sri Hari only. With this universal approach, an outpouring of love is called Bhakti Yoga. And then we have Vedic meditations on a deity, Upasana. Meditation on a place of body or breath or other types is called Dhyana Yoga. Doing work without expectation on results, unattached to results, is called Karma Yoga. And offering the fruits of work to Ishvara, working for the welfare of the society, is called Karma Yoga. It is well explained in Bhagavad Gita. Working with energy, Kriya Yoga or Kundalini Yoga. Study of scriptures, Jnana Yoga. And doing Atma Vichara also comes under Jnana Yoga. Upasana on music or sound is called Nada Yoga. Similarly, there are various ways one can have yoga. What are the benefits of yoga, of these systems? It means different things for different people. For a bhakta who is doing worship of a deity, it is love and going to the loka of the deity and staying with the Supreme Lord. Vedic meditation on deity is more about realizing the power of the deity within oneself, essence of the deity within oneself, developing the divinity within oneself. For example, I meditate on Sri Rama. When I do upasana on Sri Rama, what is Sri Rama, Dashrath Rama? Sri Rama is a personification of Dharma. Ramo Vigrahavan Dharma. By doing upasana on Rama, Dharma, the aspect of Dharma develops in me. This is called philosophy of Upasana. Dhyana Yoga, calming the mind. Doing work without expectation and results, Karma Yoga. What is the result of Karma Yoga? Chitta Shuddhi, mental purification. Kriya Yoga or Kundalini Yoga, what is the purpose? Developing peace of mind, calming down of the mind, working with energy system, balancing, harmonizing energy in the body. What is study of scriptures? Jnana Yoga do? Clarity of intellect. Clarity. What is the clarity we are talking about? Clarity about myself. Self-knowledge. We will gain self-knowledge. What am I? Who am I? Upasana, music or sound. Nada Yoga. What it will gain? Merging in the sound. Ashtanga Yoga. What is this? Patanjali Yoga is also known as Ashtanga Yoga. Why Ashtanga? Ashta Anga Yoga. Ashta means 8, Anga means limbs, Ashtanga Yoga. What are the Ashtanga? Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. What is Yama? Yama is what you have to follow. Your code of conduct, moral code of conduct. Non-violence, truthfulness, non-stealing, continence, and non-covetousness. What are they? Ahimsa, Satyam, Asteyam, Brahmacharyam, and Aparigraham. This is the Yama. What is Niyama? Cleanliness, contentment, spiritual austerity, study of scriptures, and surrender to God. What is this? Shaucham, Santosham, Tapas, Swadhyaya, and Ishvara Pranidhana. Ishvara Pranidhana, surrender to God. Surrendering to God, God is the Guru of all Gurus. Such an Ishvara, if I surrender, my spiritual progress will be quicker. This is why Patanjali Yoga is called Saishvara Sankhya. In Sankhya Darshana, they do not talk about Ishvara Tattva. Whereas Patanjali, almost 99% it follows Sankhya philosophy, but it adds Ishvara to it. God concept is brought in Patanjali Yoga. Therefore, Patanjali Yoga is called Saishvara Sankhya. Asana is physical postures. Asana, various exercises that we do. Pranayama, breathing practices. Pratyahara, withdrawal of senses away from the world. Dharana is concentration. Dhyana is meditation. Samadhi is absorption. What is the meaning of yoga? In Sanskrit, as per the Sanskrit dhatu, yuj is the dhatu for yoga. Yuj samadhau. Yoga means samadhi. Samadhi I have already explained. Cessation of thoughts. Yuj also means to yoke, to union. Union of individual with universal. Conclusion. Yoga is very relevant to modern society. Patanjali system is not about going to some other loka upon death. It is about how I can make my mind peaceful while living in this life. Patanjali Yoga is a science. It's a scientific way of making oneself peaceful. Considering that psychological anxiety cases are on the rise in modern society, Patanjali Yoga is very much relevant. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. I wish all of you a very happy International Yoga Day, June 21st, 2024. Make yoga philosophy as part of your life. Become peaceful. Hari Om.